So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and use STR Super Trunks, and when it comes to Mono STR teams, like, the majority of your sub-units are just basically random. I wouldn't say random, but of course you're going to go ahead and use the best units that you have at your disposal. But the thing about STR in particular, and I touched on this with D3 in my analysis video of all the God Leads, and if the events could load, that'd be great. Basically, Super Saiyan 4 Goku just does the majority of the work, so your other units aren't exactly a priority. Granted, it's nice to have units that can support Super Saiyan 4 Goku and your other units, but it's just like kind of unnecessary in a way. Of course, you're going to have to go ahead and run 6 units every single time, otherwise it's just going to bring your team down, right? But the thing about STR Super Trunks in particular that I really like is that he does have the Fierce Battle Link. He has a percentage type passive, so he is pretty damn good. The only real problem is that his super attack is still at 1, and when it comes to units like this, it's very unlikely that you're going to, give them Kais, because you can, you can favor other units like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, maybe even Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who has an immense damage modifier, percentage passive. So when it comes to, like, and I'm not going to say that you shouldn't use Kais on a unit like this, but there are definitely better options that you can use the Kais on, which is why I wish that there was like an alternative, like maybe just a quest that you can do once a day to get a Kai, or maybe you can just grind until you get a Kai. One of those story quests, maybe where you do it a specific amount of times and it drops a Kai, or maybe it's just like a completely random chance, like super low chance, but you can do that quest over and over again until you drop it. Maybe they could have done that with Boss Rush, where okay, let's go with this. They could have done that with Boss Rush, where, you beat the actual thing, and then it's like a chance to drop a Kai, or just something that's extremely rare. That would have been dope. Instead of just dropping the stones that one time, it could have another reward, because it's definitely a very taxing thing when it comes to, like, well, I was about to say it's a very taxing thing when it comes to stamina, but, like, it does take up quite a bit of your time, and it would be nice to be rewarded for that, maybe when you are doing a race, and, you just want a reward at the end. It would be nice, right? But anyway, the point is, when it comes to STR teams, the majority of the time, you're going to be focusing on Super Saiyan 4 Goku's damage output, because you have one every single turn. You don't necessarily have to rely on some of your other units to, take the stage out. Granted, if you have an entire turn of units that are at, like, Super Attack 10, it's obviously going to be a massive help, because you can get through the stages much faster, and if you're interested in, just grinding a specific stage over and over again, that's obviously going to help with that. But we have Great Ape now, which is not great, and I super attacked with Trunks. I wasn't really paying attention because I was just talking about this entire Kai thing, but hopefully once we get Trunks back, we'll be able to show him off a bit more, pardon me. And I'm going to take on a Kid Buu event as well, because I want to showcase him with a type advantage and just neutral typing. And keep in mind that when it comes to STR units, you do have his free ability is going to be critical hit, so his damage output could potentially be even higher. Unfortunately, I don't have an unlimited amount of orbs, so I can't showcase him at his best. I can do my very best to showcase him as he is now, of course. And this should be the last turn as we are in Great Ape mode, hopefully anyway. And the thing about Great Ape mode is that it can screw the rotations, which is why some people tend to not run him when it comes, or just Super Saiyan 3 GT. Some people tend to not run him when it comes to races, but the thing about that is that you're losing out on a lot of damage output, like you can see right there. So let's go with him. Not expecting to do too much damage here, of course, type disadvantage, but his true test is going to be when we get to that last stage. And you know what? 250k isn't too bad. That is not too bad at all. At Super Attack 10, I would imagine that he is going to be an absolute beast, and of course with the free abilities and such, he's going to be an absolute madman. And the thing about STR units in particular is that you can get their crit level to 14 with just one dupe. Granted, well, one of the reasons why is because their free ability, of course, is critical hits. So that's an instant plus, and with a single dupe, you can get their crit level to 14, which is pretty damn good. Let's just go ahead and use this. So that is definitely one of the advantages that tech-type units and STR-type units have. The fact that their free ability is critical hits just makes a massive, difference. And of course, when you get a single dupe, level 14, that's a 28% chance to get a crit. Okay, making good progress here. Of course, the crit of Goku just made a massive difference there. And that's exactly why I say that the majority of the time your other units don't necessarily matter that much. Okay, here we go. Of course, you can't just go ahead and run a team of STR Cybermen. But actually, could you do that? Could you do that? I'm actually curious to see. If you have a Super Saiyan 4 Goku every single turn with a high crit level, I don't see why you couldn't do that, to be honest. Especially if you have a ton of items, or, you know, just a decent amount of items. Huh. Challenge video on the cards, maybe? We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these. And to be honest, when people say that the current meta broke the game, but the thing that broke the game is actually the ability system. Like, can you imagine just what these units would be like without, you know, stat boost, stuff like crits? It wouldn't be anywhere near as bad. And I think he's going to die this turn, actually. I hope he doesn't, because I still want to try out Trunks against this stage. Oh, rip. So, from what we've gathered is that he can consistently hit for around 250k. So yeah, like I was saying, this Trunks can consistently hit for around 250k, which honestly isn't too bad, especially at Super Attack 10. And I believe he gets a 70% attack boost. Of course, we are going to look in a few moments. He has pretty standard attack links as well. First Battle, Super Saiyan. And let's quickly move over here. And honestly, I can't wait for them to release the type, you know, for the type support unit for this particular team. And let's put him over here. Let's put him next to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, actually. And that is not going to work out. Okay, we are going to prioritize Trunks, of course. And if we quickly go here, so it is a 70% attack boost. And he loves defense from the looks of it, which, again, I don't rate that high, because I just think lowering attack is way more useful. But to be honest, when it comes, like I said before, when it comes to this team, you shouldn't have any problems taking out any stages. And of course, he gets the additional attack. Yep, okay. You might as well, you know, why didn't you just get a crit while you're at it? To be fair, we did want to try him out against a neutral type. So let's avoid the super attack here with Goku. I'm actually curious to see if they're going to release like a rehash of this Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And let me know what you guys think of this series, because if you guys think that I could potentially do something different, but it's still somewhat similar, definitely let me know. And let's go with this. It's neutral typing. I would expect that he would hit for maybe 200k, if not a bit less. Okay. So, because Bardock or Super Saiyan 3 GT is not here, of course he isn't going to hit that hard. But even so, that's not too bad, considering Super Attack 1. And he should be there this turn. It's a shame that units like that, or, you know, like Trunks, don't have a farmable Super Attack, because it just makes things so much easier. Okay, so I think I'm... Yep, okay, of course not. Yep, brilliant. I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, so it's a shame that units like that don't have a farmable, no, I can't speak, a farmable super attack. And just because it would make them way more relevant, you wouldn't have to use Kais on them, and it would improve them drastically. But for whatever reason, Bandai's just like, no, we are only going to make specific units farmable. You know, just screw making units that could potentially be very good at Super Attack 10, you know, better. You know, it's a shame. Oh dear. Am I going to die here? Should be fine. I honestly don't know why I was worried there. Okay, so let's go with this. Let's actually get the super attack this time round, just because this stage is extremely annoying. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. 41k. Nice. Isn't that just lovely? It's not going to kill him. Oh dear. Oh, this stage is like so infuriating. Yeah, Goku is definitely going to take him out here. I hope anyway. And there we go. So now moving on to the next stage. Like I said before, this is where we can see Trunks' true potential. Please don't kill him. Shouldn't. But I'm still going to say it. Even with a crit, I don't think it's going to kill him. And to be honest, when it comes, like, because of how far we are into this meta, I don't think I'm ever going to prioritize Kais for my STR Gogeta now. It's just gone past the point of him actually being relevant on Heroes. Not to say that he isn't relevant, but because of the end type, it's just like, oh, okay. New and improved version is out. It's not to say that you can't use Kais on him, or you shouldn't, but there isn't a need, especially because of how overpowered Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. Oh dear. I don't know if Vegeta's passive is still active, and just all of this is a massive disaster. Oh dear. Yeah, I definitely need to go ahead and get rid of some of those. I don't want to usher this turn, but I'm going to heal up and use the Yema. Damn, those 6 turns are just straight up trash. They definitely need to release an updated one. Here we go. And this should be close to taking him out. Okay. To be honest, Trunks is actually a decent option for this team. One of the reasons, of course that just happened. One of the reasons why I didn't necessarily use him that much before is just because I was so focused on making my Super Saiyan 4 Goku stronger with support units that I didn't exactly see the need for him. But now, like, he's actually a pretty damn good unit, and I'm fortunate enough to have a team that is close to optimal. And the thing about, like I said before, the thing about Mono STR in particular is that you don't necessarily need an optimal team to use it. You can maybe even use a team of super rares with Super Saiyan 4 Goku to, you know, just test how overpowered he is. And honestly, I actually believe that you could potentially beat every single event in the game with the right rotations, with just super rare units on your team and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But overall, Trunks is definitely a solid unit. If you can get him to Super Attack 10, I can imagine him hitting for around 500k, maybe even more. And like I said before, if you have a dupe for him, you can open one of his bottom right path. Well, bottom right path if he's at Super Attack 10, or you plan to get him to Super Attack 10. Top left if you want to get him to level 9 crit, I believe. It might be 11, I could be wrong. I think it's 11. So yeah, if you have it, have him at Super Attack 10, definitely use him on your team, or just something close to Super Attack 10, because he's definitely a good unit. His breed ability is crit, so that makes him even better. Great link set for this team in particular, and we combine him with a support unit that is hopefully going to be coming out soon. He is definitely going to be a solid option for your team. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.